Okay, who'd like to start it on?
Mike, after a few weeks of the defense being maligned, 7 sacks, they gave up 7 points, they scored 7. You just talk about their effort.
Yeah, I talked to them, right after the game. That's a heck of a job. Anytime you get 7 sacks in the National Football League, you return interception for a touchdown. David Emerson did a great job. And we couldn't get a lot going offensively, and they kept us in the game, and we managed to make a couple plays later in the game. But that's what you got to do to win here. You got to fight for a full 60 minutes. I talked to our guys before the game. That's what it was going to take to win, and fortunately we fought for a full 60 minutes. That's what it took.
Mike, Ray Halou obviously replaced Alfred. What'd you think of the leap, the catch, the touchdown run, just everything?
Did a good job. His Alfred's ribs are a little sore right now. I don't know how serious it is, but we'll wait and see on that. But you want guys to come in and do a good job when they're asked to come in those situations. And Roy was very prepared, both in the running game and the passing game. Caught the ball very well and was able to grind out some tough yards there at the end.
When you've had the tough start to the season that you've had and then you fall behind in a game like you did today, how difficult is it to sort of keep the belief up and the enthusiasm?
Well, it's tough. It's tough. That's why I was really pleased with our guys. That if you fall behind by 14 points, very easy to look at the game going the other ways. But our guys want to let it happen.
How did when McFadden and Reese leave the game, did that just allow you to tee off more on Flynn with the pass rush? Or?
You don't even think about that. You're going out there and competing, and regardless who's the quarterback, you're going to go out there and try to put some pressure on them.
Mike, just to be clear, no breaks with Alfred's ribs, just like a sprain or a soreness.
Yeah. My understanding right now, just sore. Nothing's broken.
A little bit of a rough start, but the way Griffin kind of settled in for you guys?
Yeah, we had, anytime you have a couple of 3 and outs, we had an opportunity, though. That first one, we had an opportunity, and on that third down, we didn't make it happen, and that's why it takes everybody. But when it doesn't happen, you got to keep your composure and keep on fighting through it, and I was pleased with our guys. We kept on fighting through it because, you can look at somebody, and all of a sudden it's a drop ball or whatever it may be, and a lot of times the team starts going a different direction, but the guys hung in there and found a way to win.
How much more difficult is it not only to come back from 14-0, but also on the road? And that crowd seemed pretty loud, and at times you guys were affected.
Well, like I said, it takes a team effort, and guys got to fight, and that's what they did.
What happened on the block punt?
Well, we had somebody miss an assignment. Yeah, we worked out this week. They've done a great job of rushing the quarterback and on their punt. Rushing the punter, and we knew we were going to get some speed there on that. Way they rushed the punter. And they did exactly what we thought they would do, but they out-executed us, and we came back and, worked extremely hard to make sure it didn't happen again. But you could see that's one of the more talented punt rushing teams that we'll face.
Barry Cofield's been playing with a broken right hand for a better part of a month now and came up with a fumble recovery and 2 sacks. How critical has he been the past couple of weeks for you guys?
Well, I think he's able to move that hand a lot better right now, and you can see his effectiveness when he is able to use that hand. A couple sacks, and like you said, a fumble recovery, big day. We needed it.
Mike, you guys spent the week trying to figure out whether it was going to be Pryor or Flynn. How did that sort of affect preparations, and when did you know for sure?
It really doesn't affect you in your preparation because you're not positive exactly what's going to happen. You got to get ready for both. I thought it might be a long shot with a Monday night game and a concussion for him to play, but I surely didn't rule him out because sometimes guys will, get shots like that and they'll feel good right away. Other times something will come up a couple days later. I wasn't really sure what direction they were going to go, so we had to prepare for both.
Mike, you guys struggled in the outset on third downs, getting off the field on defense the last 2 games early on, but then cranked it up and been very successful. Has there been any common thread there or anything from your perspective that you've seen?
Well, you try to work on those things in practice, and sometimes it pays off during games, and we talk about that all the time. If you're doing something poorly, you try to work on it during the week, and it looks like it's paid off. Hopefully we can keep that going.
What difference is it to go into a bye week off a win like this and feel like you have something to build up of?
Well, you got to. You got to find a way to win. And, when you're 0-3, 3-game losing streak's not a lot of fun on anybody. So to come here and get a win before the bye week, get a little bit healthy, it'll be a big plus for us, especially with everybody losing the division. You feel like you might have gained a little bit momentum, but we can't worry about them. We've got to worry about ourselves and start playing some really good football.
How
Yeah, Rob Jackson and Jarvis Jenkins situations be handled in terms of their reinstatement to the roster and all that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll sit down with you a little bit later on this afternoon. We'll get a game plan. We'll go over it, okay? Okay, thanks.
Congratulations.